Hello again, peeps. This is Ice, and today I am back with another video with Redstone. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at one of my smaller ore builds. As you can see, pretty compact and pretty small in general. What this is a binary counter with branching. Now, I'll show you what that means later. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the binary counter part, which is this input. If we press this button, this output will be activated here. Press it again, our 2 output will be activated and our 1 will be deactivated. Press it again, and it will activate both, and now we're at 3. Now, we can continue counting like this for as long as we could ever want. It's that simple. Now, this counter, however, is not a normal binary counter, because the normal binary counter part of it actually comes from Proper English 19, who was a redstoner a while ago, but also kind of quit YouTube. Or so it seems. In any case, that's also pretty sad, but yeah, in any case, this counter has some extra features that I've implemented in the form of this button. Now, if we press it, as you can see, this dust turns off, and as you can see, we've now reset the counter. So, yes, this pretty much acts as a reset. As you can see, we could count maybe to 2 if we wanted. It would reset that fine. Very easy and pretty cool. But this isn't just a reset. It's also a branch, and let me show you what that means. So over here, we have an input panel. Let's say we wanted to change the counter's output to 6 automatically. So we'd put in 6 in binary, hit the button, and now the output says 6 in binary. So, even if we turn these off, it will still say 6 in binary, and we can continue counting from 6. We will still get a 7, an 8, and that's pretty cool. And then, of course, we can even reset that. So that's pretty much the counter. Very simple and nice and expandable. It's only 126 blocks per module with all those features, which isn't great, but it's also 1.5 proof and all that. Now, there is some really cool mechanics used here that I will show you in a second when we do the tutorial. Okay, so the tutorial is just going to be for 1 bit, but you could easily expand it to make more bits. Now, the first thing you're going to do is have a block with redstone on it, a repeater coming out like this. This repeater is going to head into a block, which is going to go into a redstone dust, which is going to go into a sticky piston. Sticky piston, if I can place it, with a block on it. And now we're going to put a redstone down here. That's pretty simple. Now, to get output from this, all you're going to do is come around the back and put a sticky piston here with a redstone block. Now, this is our first 1-tick input, so we can just kind of make a monostable circuit like this. Very simple. And now, if we give it a test, as you can see, it should turn, that block should go out, and then it should come back in. Now, the output is right here. Now, obviously, you aren't going to stack them on a stable circuit. That's just going to continue going. So the next step, now that we have like a basic binary counter module, is to actually add the branch system. So the first thing you're going to do is put pistons, 1 here, and if we come around here, 1 here. And these are going to be the pistons that reset the binary counter, like that. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put 3 redstone dust up along here, like so. You're going to come up, you're going to bring this one up, actually, sorry. No, you're not. If it doesn't work, if this does not work, if one of these pistons continues to extend, then you can replace this with glowstone and it will work fine. However, now what you're going to do is you're going to come up with a block into redstone dust, which is going to come into another repeater. Now this is going to come down into a redstone dust, which is going to have a piston on either side of it facing this way. Now what this does is that when this redstone is turned on, it will bud these pistons, and these pistons here extending will activate them. So that's pretty simple. And now to create your branching input, all you have to do is come over here, put a sticky piston like this, and you're done. Now you can kind of pull this out like this, all that good stuff. And now you might think you're done, but we still haven't added this piston yet. However, that's pretty much as simple as it gets. You're going to bring a redstone dust over here, 3 redstone dust up like this, 1 down, another down, and finally a block right next to this piston. Cover this all in redstone dust. And now you have officially finished your binary counter. That did not take very long, did it? Now let's give it a test. So, if we grab ourselves a lever real quick, right now, we're at 0. If we press the button, we count to 1. And right now, this one also takes a 1-tick monostable, so make sure you do that. You're going to put your repeater, piston. Now, this is a very typical 1-tick monostable if you didn't know. So now, if we press this button, it should branch to 0. And it does. As you can see, it now says 0. If we turn on this lever and press the button, then as you can see, it becomes 1. So that is your binary counter. Now, if you need to extend this, if you have more than, I think, 4 bits, then what you can do is you can just stick a repeater like this and continue that all the way along. And that is pretty much your counter. That's pretty compact design, pretty useful, and I'm going to be using it in my GPU, or screen, sorry. My screen, which, as you can see, has gotten quite a lot more redstone attached to it since you last saw it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the build. And yeah, I guess I will see you in the next video. And as always, bye now.